pledged their wedding vows in the words they longed to say, and the very special love they shared was their sunshine on that day. As long as we both shall live, I'll be true to you. May we bring each other happiness.
You might do this someday.
Always say and do. As the years go by, swiftly by, may we always say our love's as special as it was on our wedding day. Years have passed, still love is on, and so is he today. The special ring lasts longer and here again the vows they say. To your lovers, Kristi and Lindsay, standing proudly by the sun. At the big takes once again to be as nothing wrong. As long as we both shall live, I'll be true to you. May we bring each other happiness here. Always say and do. As the years go flying swiftly by, may we always say our love's as special as it was on our wedding day. Our love's as special as it was on our wedding day.
First of all, thank you all for making it. To start off with, Cindy and I, in our original ceremony, had a couple of had a poem as well as a couple of scripture readings by Mr. Ballston, who couldn't make it here today. So we'd like to read them, and Cindy would like to start off by reading a poem from the prophet.
On marriage, you were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. You shall be together even when the white rains of death scatter your days. I, who shall be together even in the silent memory of God. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from one cup. Give one another from your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together, and be joyous. But let each one of you be alone, even as the strings of a lute are alone, though they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping. For only the hand of life
I know it's your song. Found it. St. Paul writes, "Love is very patient, very kind. Love knows no jealousy. Love makes no parade, gives itself no airs. Love is never selfish, never rude, never irritated, never resentful. Love is never glad when others go wrong. Love is gladdened by goodness, always slow to expose, always eager to believe the best, always hopeful, always patient." These three last on, faith, hope, and love, but the greatest is love.
St. John writes, "Let us love one another, because love is from God. He who loves is a child of God and knows God, for God is love, and his love was disclosed to us in this, that he sent his only Son, into the world to bring us life. The love I speak of is not our love for God, but the love he showed to us. If God so loved us, dear friends, we in turn are bound to love one another. God is love. He who dwells in love is dwelling in God, and God in him. There is no room for fear in love. Perfect love banishes fear. I'm happy.
Today, in the presence of our families and friends, we reaffirm our love for each other and our commitment to continue to grow together, to support,
Encourage,
to honor,
protect,
and to continue to share the joy
our triumphs,
in our sorrows, and to rejoice in each other's progress as we continue our journey together through life. Kristi, Lindsay? Kristi, do you have a reading for me? One's done. You might need to hurry back from Ireland and put these back together.
I can.
You can.
Great.
Cindy, I present to you these rings as a symbol of our everlasting love.
Rick, I present to you this ring as a symbol of our everlasting love. This first-time necklace is a symbol of our love for you. And when you wear it, remember this day and always know that you are a very important part of our lives.
Okay. Thank you for staying outside in the wind. Now, if you'd like to join us inside the family room, come on inside the family room, and there are some toasts and some speeches.
Kathy?
Made it.
The very first thing we're going to see is a Spielberg-Kingston production. And this Spielberg-Kingston production was really of the wedding that Rick and Cindy had the first time they got married. And because they didn't have TV, Rick used the wedding album to create this video presentation. Okay, I think you did have color photography back then too, didn't you, Rick?
Yeah, back in the old days.
Yeah. So we got color, and we got it on video, and the music that's accompanying this video was played on the piano by Rick, and it was sung by Chris, which is Rick's sister. Okay, so that's the video. Why don't you start it, Rick?
Sunshine on the water.
just want to talk a little bit about Rick and Cindy, and I've only known Rick and Cindy for the last, I'd say 10 years. When I started at Touche Ross, I was working for Rick. He was my boss. And those were the best days of my life. Back then, people always thought Rick can't do anything wrong. He's always doing things right. He never has any problems. And I remember the days when Rick took me under his wing and showed me what to do. And now, because of Rick, thanks to Rick, I have a beautiful car with high payments. I have a beautiful house with high payments. I live a lifestyle I can't afford to live. Rick, thank you very much.
No
Tim
problem.
wants to thank you. He would never Mercedes and all those payments if it wasn't for you. Now, they've left permanent scars on all of us. And Kathy's probably the best example of the permanent scars that Cindy did as she pushed her off the air mattress and down the rocks, down the waterfall, and she has scars down her arm. That was a terrible experience. But there's a lot of things Rick has done well. Okay, but really, I had a few things that I wanted to tell you about tonight, but a lot of them Rick said I can't tell you because he says take out all the dirty things. So that means we've been bare bones, nothing to say. But let me tell you some of the things that happened to Rick over the years that you may never, ever have heard about. So this is sort of the National Enquirer of the Kingston family tonight. There was one time when Rick and I and a whole bunch of accountants, this was an exciting time, had to go to London, Ontario to take a course.
Like watching a tree grow.
No, it was more exciting.
Oh.
Okay. And that night, we thought after the course, we had a beautiful supper. We said, why don't we go out for something to drink? So somebody suggested this place called Seeps, which is this bar in London, Ontario. We all had suits on, okay? We thought Seeps, well, the name sounds nice. Must be a fancy place.
We had a partner with us, remember?
Yeah, we had a partner with us. And anyways, so we all jumped in, there were 6 of us, jumped in the Rick's car and said, I'll drive. And we had a couple of drinks before we'd gone.
Not me.
Not you, though. Rick was sober as a judge. And we started driving around. He finally made it to Seeps. Okay? And we walk into this bar, and the place was packed with university students in their blue jeans, draft beer flying all over the place, and here come these 6 chartered accountants in these suits. Now, did we stick out? So we stayed there for a little while, and everybody drank except Rick. Okay. Nope, Rick didn't have a drink, and at the end of it, we thought, well, let's go around, drive back around, and let's go take a look at University of Western Ontario, because I've never seen it before. So this was the middle of winter. Okay, we started driving to the University of Western Ontario, looking at the sights, and all of a sudden, somebody said to Rick, why don't you turn right here? So Rick turns right, not realizing it's a sidewalk. Okay, then somebody said, turn left. Rick not realizing it was the stairs going down onto the road. So all of a sudden, Rick turned left, and here's the car on top of the stairs, teetering back and forth, stuck. We put on the gas, you couldn't get anywhere. So all of us get on the car, we're laughing. We just couldn't stop laughing. The partner was rolling around in the snow. His suit was all muddy. Lucky for us, these University of Western Ontario football players came to our rescue. None of us knew anything about cars. So they said, no problem, we'll get you out of here. So they lifted the car off the stairs, it rolled on down onto the road, and then Rick turned the engine on. And it made this clicking noise.
Is this why you quit Touche Ross?
So
One of the reasons.
One of the reasons.
Rick turned the engine on and said, there's got to be something else. The guy said, don't worry, we're the University of Western Ontario football players, we can fix this. So they opened up the hood, and they started taking everything out of the engine. Spark plugs, distributor caps, everything. And then we realized what was going on. And here's 6 chartered accountants in their suits, and there were these 6 football players taking apart this car. And if it wasn't for the loud screams that Rick made, we would still be there. The security guards came and saved us. So here we are, 6 chartered accountants in our suits, trying to put back this car, which we knew nothing about. So we thought we had it all back together the way it's supposed to be. Rick turns the engine on, it's still clicking. We said, that's the way it was when we get us home. So anyways, it was clicking, clicking, clicking. Next day, Rick thought he'd go get the car fixed. Well, one of the parts that we forgot to put back on the car was the lid on the master cylinder. And the master cylinder controls the brakes of the car. And all of a sudden, when Rick was getting the car fixed, driving to get the car fixed, he didn't have any brakes. Anyways, he made it, and there he is. So that's the one thing that happened to me when I was at Touchras that nobody knows about except the 6 people that were with us that night.
Still now.
That was a terrible experience.
That was the Grand Prix we sold last week.
Oh, that's right too. Yeah.
That's why we let Tanya drive for a couple of years.
That's great.
But really, nothing else really happens that I would call wrong with Rick. Last year, Rick and I went to Las Vegas for a computer show.
Right.
And we saw a computer.
Oh, you did?
Registered on the bar.
Yeah, right.
And anyways, Rick arranges everything. No problem. Rick always gets it all set. And when he tells me, Mike, we're flying Worldways. Worldways? I've heard so many bad things about Worldways.
Why they're
He says, oh, I fly it all the time. It's the best airline in the world. So I said, okay, no problem.
Cheapest one in
So,
the world.
that too, that's why I liked it. So anyways, we get to the front deck. We get to the Toronto airport. We've got plenty of time. We've got an hour to spare. Get into the check-in, and Rick says, cough. I said, cough. So she said, cough. They're coughing like crazy. And Rick says to the girl up front, oh, my friend's got asthma. Okay, can you put us up on the front? So we got seats 2A and 2B right in the front, big leather seats. I thought, I love Worldways. This is the greatest airline in the world. We get on the airline, we get out, about an hour in, pilot comes on. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, we got to fly back. We've lost an engine. And this is, I'm telling Rick, this is the worst airline in the world, but I can't believe we got some nice seats. So we flew back. Anyways, we made it to Las Vegas. We were late for the computer show. There was a computer show those times. Yeah, we were late for the computer show. Got in, and we really had a pretty good time. I've never seen Rick, though, the way he was that time in Las Vegas. Rick was up quite a lot of money that time. And Rick and I would always split the expenses. Okay, so we went every night. We went to a different show, and we got there Thursday morning. And Saturday night we thought, well, let's go see a show. So we're going to I can't remember which place it was. I think it was Caesar's Palace to see the show. And I was winning at the tables. So Rick said, come on, we gotta go. We got in the VIP line because we're gambling. We gotta get to the show. And I said, let me just finish off these couple of hands and I'll meet you in there. Okay. So, no problem. So I finish off these couple of hands. I walk up in the VIP line. I said, I'm just with Mr. Kingston, Mr. Strands. Mr. Strands, who's he? Mr. Kingston, oh yeah, no problem. And he says, just down there. And I said, oh, no problem. So I start walking down. This place is packed. People all over the place. I've never seen so many people in my life. I'm walking around, looking, where's Rick? You know, all these people walking down, keep walking down. Where is he? And all of a sudden, I see, way down, right in the middle, these 3 booths. Okay, one empty, one with Rick in it, and one empty. He couldn't have got us a booth.
The ring set.
You know, so I go down and I said, Rick, yeah, it's me. How much did this cost us? Oh, it's the best seat now, it's no problem. Rick, how much did this cost us? I said, this is great, we got nobody around us. I even got them to sit nobody at the booth beside us and the booth on the inside so we don't get any smoke. I said, Rick, how much did this cost? He said, the waiter's been the nicest guy in the world. He always comes up to us and asks us if we want anything. We got all the booze we want. I said, Rick, how much did this cost? Anyways, I don't know how much it did cost, but I guess somehow it got back to me. So that was an expensive night.
Is this the concierge trick? Is this where you phone ahead?
No, this was a different trick.
That's
This is another trick where we gamble and lose so much money that they let us in the VIP.
I like the concierge trick better.
The night before was a nice night too. We're up to Tropicana, we were gambling away, and this was like 4 in the morning. Okay, and for once I was up 75 cents. I didn't want to leave. I was like, okay, Rick's up $6,000. I'm up 75 cents. I don't want to leave. Okay, so it's 4 in the morning. Rick says, come on, let's get back to the room. Let's get back to the room. So I said, let me just win a couple more deals. I says, okay. So Rick says, I got to get a copy. So he says to the dealer, I got to get a copy. Well, the dealer says, I can't get you a copy unless you go gambling. So Rick says, okay. So he sits down, starts gambling, and Rick says, I need a coffee. And then Rick starts gambling, okay? And by the time the coffee had come over, Rick had lost $300. So that was the $300 coffee that Rick never let me forget.
It was 900, but you always think small.
Oh. 300, 900. Yeah. Who was counting? We had a great time. And then we'd always, before we went back to sleep, we'd always go back to our hotel. We'd go down to this one table, we'd put down $100. Win or lose, we'd go up to the room, okay? So, every night we went, win or lose. So, the first couple of nights, both of us once, we went up to the room. One night we go down, win or lose. I put down $100, I win, Rick loses. I said, well, too bad, Rick, let's go. No. He said, win or lose, we gotta go back to the room. Rick says, no. Oh, no. So I said, I got my $100, I'm happy. I'm up $100.75. So Rick puts down another 100, loses. Puts down another 100, loses. Puts down another 100, loses. I said, Rick, let's go. You know, it's 4 in the morning. We gotta get to sleep. We got a big day ahead of us. There's a computer show somewhere here. So he's down 400, puts down $200, loses. So Rick's down $600. Like, oh my God.
I didn't even get a cup of coffee with it.
No, I know. Then he puts down 400, wins. Puts down the 400, wins. He said, okay, I got my $100 up, let's go. Unbelievable how much luck that guy has. And there's only one other time I've seen things go wrong with Rick. And that was last year we went to Banff to go teach a course. We're flying Worldways that time? No, we were flying Canadian. This was a nice story too. I was up at the counter at the Toronto airport coughing away. Got seats to A to B. Beautiful leather seats, you know, the kind that recline with the footrests that come up. We have a great time. We get to, we're taking the red eye, so we get to Calgary at 2 in the morning. No, 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. Rick said, I got everything reserved, no problem, Mike. You know, we have our skis. We've got the rental car, the guy's going to be there, we got our hotel reserved, no problem. So anyways, we get to the Calgary airport, and there's nobody there. We go to the rental booth, nobody there. I said, so we're sitting in the Calgary airport, no rental car, no way to get to Banff. We got to teach a course the next morning. So anyways, I can sleep anywhere. Rick has somewhat of a trouble. So what happened was, I said, Rick, why don't you take care of this rental car situation? I'll go sit over here. So meanwhile, Rick's on the phone. He phoned the manager at home. He phoned the national manager for U.S. He phoned the Tilden, Holiday, everybody that could have had a rental car there. He phoned them and said, I'm waiting for a rental car that you promised me. So he's on the phone all night long. Finally, somebody says, when I got up, it was 6:30 in the morning, and there was just a janitor sitting beside me. Rick's still on the phone, you know, writing down all the people he's got to write nasty letters. Hey, letter, I'm going to put this on the road processor. Here we go. So anyways, he finally, 6:30 in the morning, Rick says, finally, I got somebody. And just as he got somebody, they opened up the rental car booth. So we got in, we got our rental car, took off to Banff, got to Banff Springs Hotel. We'll get in the Banff Springs Hotel, and we're surrounded by Japanese people. And they're all taking pictures. And we thought, oh, this is great. No problem. So we get to the hotel. This is 7:30 in the morning. We haven't slept. Well, one of us hasn't slept all night long. We're not in a great mood. We get to the front gate, the front counter, desk. Is that a word we use in Canada? Desk. And the guy says, we gave away your room. And Rick is not in good spirits. Not at this time. He says, we gave away a room. We paid for it. Well, we didn't tip pay for it.
Didn't get too angry.
You weren't
It's a free room.
Tip pay for it next. And Rick, he's just going crazy. I say, Rick, leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's a nice guy. There's a lot of Japanese people here. They'll kill you. And they gave away our room. So anyways, finally we got that whole thing resolved. And the last thing that happened is they lost our skis. So, believe it or not, things do go wrong with Rick. Never happens to me, but they do go wrong with Rick.
Always seems to happen when you were there, though.
Yeah, sorry, Rick. I won't cough at the booths anymore. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Rick and Cindy, you've been very, very good friends to me. I patterned my life after Cindy. Really, you've made a big change. I used to be just a kid until you took me under your tutelage, and now I'm a grown boy with gray hair, mortgage payments, and go short. But thank you very much. I appreciate everything you've done for me and for Cindy. And for Deb.
Debbie's the one over there with the blue skirt on.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not this lifetime.
That's all I
Debbie, your
wanted to
wife,
say.
too.
So now Valerie wanted to come up and say a few words. No?
No, Nancy does.
No, Nancy.
Okay.
Okay. Did Randy? Is Randy here?
Yeah, but no, it's just Chris.
Oh, okay. Chris, did you want to say a few things?
Well, I've been called upon. I think so. My husband George and I, along with all the Kingston clan, are very happy to be with Rick and Cindy here at this important moment in their lives. It seems like only a few months ago that the positions were reversed, and Rick was called upon to say a few words at George's and my wedding. Now it's my privilege to say a few nice words about my middle brother Rick and his lovely wife Cindy. I have to explain that there's a bit of a history behind the expression middle brother. I have 3 brothers, all younger than I, but I've always called the eldest of them Al, over here, just arrived, my big brother, and I've always called the biggest of them Steve, who's taking my picture at the moment, my little brother, and Rick has been stuck somewhere in the middle, as he always was all the way through school. He used to follow in the footsteps of his so-called brainy older sister, moi, his talented older brother, Al, and he had to pave the way for the youngest of the family, Steve. Now, it wasn't easy for Steve, I must tell you, having to follow in Rick's footsteps, as Steve found out when he first met Rick's favorite French teacher. As soon as he met Miss Brash, she took one look at him, and she said, "Rick Kingston's brother, sit right here in the front row where I can keep my eye on you." So, as I say, Rick was cast in life in the role of the middle brother. I didn't always refer to him so kindly, however. Back when I was a teenager and I used to bring home my latest date, I would always have to warn him about my then hotshot brother, Rick. No sooner had we stepped through the front door than Rick sized up my date, and without so much as a cheery hello, challenged him to a game of whatever the latest was that Rick was trying to protect himself from playing, whether it be pool or ping pong, and of course then, as now, Rick always won. It wasn't until I left Kitchener for university in Ottawa that Rick discovered girls, and it wasn't long after that before he became involved with Cindy. Now, first, Cindy was cast in the role of the girl next door. For those of you who don't know, she lived only a block away from us at the corner of Krug Street and River Road, just down at the end of the asphalt path that joined Krug Street and River Road to Perkell Place, our street, and she observed the antics of the Kingston clan from a distance. Her first impression a long time ago was of my father, who was a policeman. And I have to tell you that when Cindy was a little girl, she was so scared to come to our house at Halloween, she wouldn't come there trick-or-treating because there was a policeman who lived there. Years later, however, when she got to know Dad and learned his vulnerable side, she lost her fear of him. More about Cindy's good knowledge of my dad's Achilles heel a little later on. After this Halloween stage came what I have to call the motorcycle stage. Now Rick, as Al before him, but Steve wisely didn't follow in his footsteps here, was the proud owner of a Honda 100. He bought this well before his 16th birthday so he could learn to drive and get his license as soon as he turned 16. And being the dutiful son of a law-abiding policeman and his wife, Rick walked his motorcycle all the way down to Rosemount Plaza so he could practice driving on private property and pushed it all the way back up the hill afterwards. Now Cindy observed all this and she used to shake her head thinking about that crazy Kingston kid. Little did she know at the time how crazy he was and how well she'd get to know him. As the years went on, Cindy changed her role from that of next-door neighbor to matchmaker. In fact, she introduced Rick to some of his best girlfriends. The family all remember one in particular whose name was Jerry. Rick brought her home for dinner one night to meet the family, and she was so scared of all of us she didn't eat anything all night long. And we were all very relieved when Rick went through that stage and finally introduced us to the matchmaker behind all these false starts, Cindy herself. Now, Cindy had a knack of making a very strong first impression, so let me tell you about the time I met Cindy for the first time. I'm pretty sure it was the night of her 17th birthday. Never mind how many years ago that was. And that night we played euchre. Now, as George and my dad will attest, although my mom will come to my defense, I'm a terrible euchre player. And that night, as we were playing euchre, I took a card out of my hand, I put it down on the table, and then I realized I'd made a mistake and I went to take it away. And this teenager, whom I just met for the first time, threw me a cold stare from across the table and said in her best John Wayne voice, "A card laid is a card played." Cindy endeared herself to all of us after that quickly, though, because we found that beneath her gruff exterior beat the heart of a very sensitive and soft-hearted, indeed very gullible young woman. And we all remember one time when Rick talked for weeks in advance about this wonderful present he had for her. And he was all mysterious about this curmudgeon that he was going to give her. She was worried about what a curmudgeon was and so forth. When he finally presented her with this gift, it turned out that what he referred to as a curmudgeon was a beautiful long red evening gown. We also admired Cindy for her boldness and her courage once she discovered our dad's vulnerable side. Dad used to tease her about her diminutive stature, and she would go for his throat in return. Now, they had a mutual admiration society going for quite some time, and this usually showed itself at its best at Christmas time when they exchanged their special little gifts for one another. One year, for example, Dad gave Cindy a piece of string with a loop on the end of it, and these instructions. She was to ask Rick to put it over the light switch in the bedroom. Then in the morning, she could get on top of the can of Coke, and she could pull on the string and thereby turn the light switch on all by herself without the help of Rick. And Cindy retaliated by giving Dad a comb with one tooth in it, and on another occasion, a toupee made out of clippings from the floor of the barber shop. We all admired Cindy and were glad that she felt comfortable enough in our family to take these pot shots at Dad, and we also envied her for being able to get away with them. And so the relationship progressed. Cindy left school, became a barber. Rick went to university. They got married 11 years ago. And through all these years, the marriage has endured many hardships, not the least of which were $5 a week grocery budgets for a long time. Cindy's famous eggless cakes. and her strange ability to shake all of Rick's clothes in the wash. I tried my best to prepare Cindy for marriage during the few months when she lived with me in Waterloo. Cindy, as some of you may not know, used to be a smoker, and I knew that this habit bothered Rick quite a bit, so I decided that while she was living with me, she couldn't smoke in the house. Now, I can't claim responsibility for her having kicked the habit. She did that all through her own willpower. But another area that I tried to work on was eating habits. Now, I knew that Rick was the fussiest of the Kingston brothers, and so I introduced Cindy to some of the weirdest meals she'd ever had in her life. Brown rice and cheese, lentil soup, onion pudding are some of the ones that I can remember. And I think
Sounds great.
and I think
I'm all
it's due
for
to
that.
those experiences that Cindy has been so successful in modifying Rick's eating habits. And now, instead of relying on Kentucky Fried Chicken 5 times a week, he occasionally indulges so far as to have Swiss chalet. So as I say, the marriage survived the early hungry years. Now a lot of years have gone by, and Rick and Cindy have continued the family tradition, have presented us with their lovely daughters, Kristi and Lindsay. Rick has been very successful in both the social life and the work life, everything from golf and tennis championships to the ever-expanding business. Cindy has developed all her interests and talents in her many crafts, everything from knitting to ceramics, and the wardrobes and the homes of all the Kingstons are filled with her beautiful creations. She's also made all of us very proud of her by returning to school. She's going to graduate this fall from high school with her high school diploma. Through all these successes, however, Rick and Cindy have never forgotten their families. All of us here tonight have benefited from their generosity, not only in material things, but more importantly in their time and their love and their support that they've always shown us. For example, in the past 8 years, I can't think of a single show that either George or I has directed that Rick and Cindy have missed. One year, they even made it to the opening night of a show George directed that he missed because he was in the hospital, and that was the night before they went on vacation. More than these successes, Rick and Cindy have triumphed in their personal life, and of course that's why we're here tonight, to honor and to recognize, to witness, and to support them in their recommitment to one another. So Rick and Cindy, we the Kingston clan, Mom and Dad, Al and Jackie, and on behalf of Taylor and Alix who aren't here, Steve and Susan, George and I, we love you, we support you, we always have, we always will. And I'd like everybody to raise your glass in a toast to my middle brother Rick, to my sister Cindy, who happen to be two of the best friends I have in my life, to Rick and Cindy. Okay.
Surprised Kristi never talked about Rick's driving habits. There's a lot of good stories about Rick's driving habits I think you missed out, like the time he was driving along on his motorcycle and lost the motorcycle and tore about 3 inches off his bum. And Rick, show us.
Speed walk.
Oh, there was this time when Rick and I were driving in one car, and Debbie, my wife, and Cindy were driving another car. And we're driving down the 401, and Rick and I were chit-chatting away, and Cindy and Debbie decided to go on the off-ramp to go get a drink or something. And I said, Rick, they just went off this off-ramp. And Rick's just still talking away, talking. They just went off the off-ramp, Rick. And so he just, cool, calmly pulls down the road about a quarter mile and backs the car up the ramp all the way. Where are they? All the way up. So, not bad. You taught me everything I know about driving, Rick. Thank you very much. Cindy, did you want to say a few things?
Yes. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for attending this very informal but most important ceremony. Rick and I appreciate all the support you have given us. And I'm sure that you understand all the circumstances that are that have led up to this day. The unfortunate loss of my rings and the day today. What a wonderful romantic husband that I have, who in the gazebo proposed to me on bended knee, asking me to be his wife for now and for always, a second time. Of course I said yes. We wouldn't be here today. Rick is my best and truest friend. He is a wonderful father, a loving husband, and very precious to me. At this time, please join me in a toast to my first and second husband, who is the love of my life, the sweetness in my dreams, and my #1 swamp monster.
She just said that because now that I'm retired, I don't have to shave every day.
She loves you without you here, Rick. That's the important thing.
We'll discuss that later.
Okay. Rick, did you want to say something?
I'll try. Well, Cindy's already said it, but on behalf of 2 of us, we'd certainly like to thank everybody for making it here today. Especially those of you who had to go through some real traffic problems and flights from Sudbury, etc., to get here. We really appreciate it. I'd also like to thank everybody who made this day possible. Mike Strands was nice enough to be Master of Ceremonies. I'm sure having watched him, those of you who have seen his work would know that he's a much better MC than he is an accountant.
I have business cards here.
Yeah, I'm sure his clients would all attest to that also. Also, Mike's wife, Debbie, made the flowers that Cindy carried down with her today, and my boutonniere, and she made them as replicas of the flowers that we used at our original wedding. We really appreciate it very much. It's too bad she wasn't around to make them for our original wedding, then we could have used them today again. I think ours are a little shriveled from the original wedding. Arlene Danette is here, and her husband Murray should have been here. He's off in Ireland somewhere golfing. I don't know he ever talked Arlene into that. When I asked him that, he told me that she talked him into it. But,
It was for 10 days of bliss.
I'll tell him you said so.
You may.
Actually, however, Murray did play a very big part in today's ceremony. He had a lot to do with it really coming off because, as Cindy mentioned, and all of you know, Cindy did have her ring stolen several months ago. And along with the help of some blown up photographs of my mother and some sketches that Cindy did, Murray was able to get his goldsmith in Toronto to use those and make up duplicate rings, actually nicer than the originals. I don't know if the insurance claim had anything to do with that, but they actually, I think it was probably pretty easy for Murray to take a photograph or a sketch of something and make up a duplicate. He's been doing it with Rolex watches for like. And I have mine.
Yeah, look.
You just got yours on?
Yeah, I got mine on.
Mike and I only wear our Rolex watches on special occasions. You know, for $25, you just don't want to wear it every day. Also, Steve is doing the videotaping for us today. I was going to thank him now, but maybe I should wait to see how it turns out. As you can all see, Chris played quite a role in today's ceremony. She wrote this lengthy speech when Cindy and I were with Chris and George in Las Vegas in July. We asked her on the first night there if she would speak today, and she agreed to. And next morning at breakfast, she told us that she had her speech written, and we'd only asked her the night before. So I guess there's nothing else to do, on a Thursday night in Las Vegas than stay up and write speeches. I always heard you were a pretty exciting guy, George.
I think I just got bored.
I guess this really goes to show. Chris also sang the song Sunshine on My Shoulders for us at our first wedding, and today she sang it with me, and we taped it and dubbed it on top of the video. That was an important song for us when Cindy and I first started dating. Sunshine was her nickname, so that became an important song for us, and we managed to make it through today without crying too much, although it was pretty tough at the first wedding. Those of you who were there realized it was tough to listen to Chris sing it live. So Chris not only did those things for us, but she also played an important role over the last couple of months. She was a constant source of imagination and ideas and encouragement over the last couple of months, and we really appreciated it. Thank you. A great speech, too. I'd also like to thank my mother, who made the cake, as she did at our original ceremony, and decorated it very nicely, along with the colors of Cindy's bridesmaids' gowns from their first ceremony, and we'll all get a chance to eat it later. And I'd like to thank Kristi and Lindsay, who did a really nice job today. Not only today, but earlier, yesterday, helping us butter rolls, generally speaking, staying generally out of trouble today. It's always nice to have your kids at your wedding, then you don't have to worry about raising them later. And a couple months ago, Kristi and I put a little thing together that we'd like to show you now. And for a little girl who just loves to tell secrets, I think she did a pretty good job of keeping this one. Actually, she did all that on the second take. The reason we did it about 2 months ago was because she was losing a tooth. And I was worried that she was going to end up losing this tooth before we started to sing the song, and I didn't know. I haven't had a lot of children before lose their first tooth, so I didn't really know what impact it would have on her speech or her singing ability. So she did a great job.
Sure did. That was wonderful.
Since Cindy and I have asked you people here for today, and since we started talking about the fact that we were going to renew our vows, I've had a lot of people that have asked me, how did you and Cindy do it? Like, how have you stayed together so long? And actually, we have stayed together quite a long time, actually for almost half of Cindy's life. Now I'd say half of my life, but I'm an older guy than her, so. We've been together for almost half of Cindy's life, and really, it's been very easy. And the reason it's been easy is because Cindy and I both subscribe to the old school of thinking. We both do things the way things were done in the olden days. And back in the olden times, and I mean real olden times, marriages, you see, they were arranged by the parents. And these marriages were meant to last. And if something went wrong, if down the road after a little while things weren't going too well, and maybe there were some problems, and there were some problems in the marriage, things weren't working out, and maybe the husband wasn't happy, well, what would he do? He'd take a mistress. And suppose the same sort of problems were happening, and the wife wasn't happy, what would she do? She learned to knit. But the important thing was that the family would stay together.
And Cindy's a good hitter.
And they'd all get some nice sweaters. Actually, it has been very easy for Cindy and I to stay together, and the reason that we have, and the reason why we're reaffirming our vows today is that, as Cindy said, we really are more than just man and wife. We're really each other's best friends. And I honestly feel that way, and I think that being best friends makes it a lot easier to stay together as man and wife than anything else. So I'd like to thank you all for being here today, and I'd like to ask you to join me in a toast to my wife and my best friend and my lovely bride. It's lovely now, or more than she was 11 years ago, to Cindy.
To Cindy.
And in a few minutes when we get it ready, we'd like you to all join us. We have a buffet in the kitchen. Feel free to join us out there. And anything else, stay as long as you like. Except, George, we do finish at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm out of here at 9.
And thank you all again for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a day of warm spring showers in April '77. But through it all, there were the flowers for a marriage made in heaven. Rick and Cindy pledged their wedding vows in the words they longed to say, and the very special love they shared was their sunshine on that day. As long as we both shall live, I'll be true to you. May we bring each other happiness in all we say and do. As the years go flying swiftly by, may we always say our love's as special as it was on our wedding day. 11 years have passed, still love lives on, and so we'll see today. A special ring placed on her hand, here again the vows they say. 2 young daughters, Kristi and Lindsay, standing proudly by their side, as our Rick takes Cindy once again to be his loving bride. As long as we both shall live, I'll be true to you. May we bring each other happiness in all we say and do. As the years go flying swiftly by, may we always say our love's as special as it was on our wedding day. Our love's as special as it was on our wedding day.
Mine is so cool. The ones that you can't read. I'm gonna read these cards. You have to make the choo-choo train. This is a choo-choo train. Oh, I think so. What'd you get, Lindsay? A choo-choo train sewing. Oh, is that needlepoint stuff? Yeah. It's really neat.
Can I sit here in this chair? Lindsay, can I?
Look here. Okay, the card says, "Happy birthday. Have a great 5th birthday. Lindsay loves you."
Very nice, Julie. Thank you.
Mark down who I'll read the ones that you can't read. Okay, you read the ones that I can.
Lindsay, stay here, okay?
It will be hard. The ones I hope you have a nice birthday. Happy birthday, Lindsay, from Meredith.
Look at the size of that card, Meredith. Very nice. Can I have the cards? Because I'm going to write inside them.
Look at the birthday cake inside. It looks really neat. You can't get it open.
Yeah, it is. Look at me.
And
Crayons.
some markers. Look at it.
Crayons.
That's what Mom. And you can build something out of that, like a figure cycle. The whole set.
Building blocks. Okay. Okay, so let me write it down, okay? Crayon.
And a book. I mean a pad of paper. No, how do you know? Okay, paper? Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Paper. And a big coloring book. Peter Rabbit.
Let's see.
And a coloring book.
Let's see. I never knew.
Turn it around so everybody can see.
This is. Yeah.
But how about I hold it up? I hold it up real high like this and everybody can see.
Oh, one of those.
Coloring books.
Can you read this?
Isn't that nice? Thank you.
Meredith can't. It's from Kingston. Beanie. Where sparkles. What a pretty card.
Yes, it is.
Happy birthday. Oh, wow! We already have one of
Yeah, I read it in a
these.
sec. Can we just stop for a second?
It's Kristi's. Christopher Robin days. There's Donkey named Leon and his friends, and Kanga and Little Roo. There's Rabbit and Piglet and there's Owl, but most of all Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. Chubby little cubby all stuffed with fluff. He's Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. Willy-nilly silly old bear. Winnie the Pooh, Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, Pooh. Chubby cubby all stuffed with fluff. He's Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. Willy-nilly silly old bear.
Enchanted forest under the name of Sanders, which means he had the name over his door in gold letters, and he lived under it. Now when Pooh heard his cuckoo clock, cuckoo, 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 he knew it was time for something, but he was a bear of very little brains. He thought and he thought in the most thoughtful way he could think.
Think, think, think. Haven't thought of anything, have you? Well, neither have I. Think, think, think. Now, time for my stumpless exercise. Up, down, up. When I up, down, touch the ground, puts me in the mood. Up, down, touch the ground, in the mood. The food. I'm so round and I have found speaking poundage wide. I improve my appetite when I exercise. Oh, stuff and fluff. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, I'm rubbling my tumbly. Time for something sweet. I am short, fat, problems that I have found. When I up, down, touch the ground, think of things to chew, like honey and milk and chocolate. I'm a happy, happy Pooh. I am a happy Pooh. I'm a happy, happy appetite and a happy, happy Pooh. Oh, bother, empty again. Only the sticky parts left. That buzzing noise means something, and the only reason for making a buzzing noise that I know of is because you're a bee. And the only reason for making a bee, for being a bee, is to make honey. And the only reason for for having honey is so I can eat it.
So Winnie the Pooh climbed the honey tree. He climbed and he climbed, and as he climbed, he hummed a little song, which went like this.
I'm so rumbly in my tumbly bump. Time to munch an early lunch. Hum-de-dum-dum-dum. Oh, I wouldn't climb this tree if a Pooh were like a bee. But I wouldn't be a bear then, and so I guess I wouldn't care then. Bears have honey and I'm a Pooh, so I do care. So I climb there. I'm so rumbly in my tum. Time for something sweet to eat. This morning I went to see what I want to do. I'm liking honey so much. Bump. Now, time for something sweet. Bump. If only I haven't bumped to see what I meant to do. Bump. Oh, bother. Bump.
Winnie the Pooh crawled out from under the gorse bush and brushed the prickles from his nose and began to think. And the first person he thought of was...
Winnie the Pooh?
No, Christopher Robin.
Oh.
Christopher Robin lived in another part of the forest where he could be near his friends and help them with their problems. Now on this fine summer's day, gloomy old eagle, being stuffed with sawdust, had lost his tail again.
Eeyore, this won't hurt. Never does. There, no. Did I get your tail back on, Pearl? No, man. No, looks like losing again anyway. Good morning. Cheer up. Yeah. Don't be so glooming. Try swishing it.
It worked! It worked!
Oh, goody! Hooray! Thank you. It's not much a tail, but I'm sort of attached to it. Good morning, Christopher Robin. Oh, good morning, Winnie the Pooh. Good morning, Pooh Bear. Good morning, Pooh Bear. Good morning, which I doubt. What are you looking for, Pooh Bear? I just said to myself coming along, I'm wondering if you had such a thing, Christopher Robin, as a balloon about you. What do you want a balloon for? Psst, honey. But you don't get honey with a balloon. I do. How? I fly like a bee, up to the honey tree, see? But just a minute. You can't fool me that way. You'll see. Now, would you be so kind as to tell me to a muddy place which I know of?
So Christopher Robin towed Winnie the Pooh to a very muddy place where he rolled and he rolled and he rolled until he was black all over.
There now. Isn't this a clever disguise? What are you supposed to be? I'm a little black rain cloud, of course. Now will you aim me at the bees, please? Careful, Pooh. Hold on tight. Yes. 1, 2, 2, 1. I'm just a little black rain cloud hovering under the honey tree. I'm only a little black rain cloud. Pay no attention to me. Everyone knows that a rain cloud never no funny, no, not a nip. I'm just floating around over the ground, wondering where I will drip, drip, drip. A bee, Robin. I think the bees have S-U-S-P-E-C-T something. I think bees. Perhaps I think you're after their honey. Well, maybe that. We never can tell with bees. Oh, I'm just a little black rain cloud hovering under the honey tree. Could you Christopher Robin, could you just open your umbrella and say, ta-ta, it looks like rain, ta-ta, it looks like rain? Ta-ta, looks like rain, ta-ta, looks like rain. Excuse me, bees. Excuse me, bees, please. Oh, bother. I think I should come down. I'll get you, Pooh. There. Come on, hurry, come on, the bees.
Honey rhymes with bunny, and bunny rhymes with
Rabbit, and I like Rabbit, because he says short, easy words like, how about lunch? And help yourself, Pooh.
Pooh Bear. Oh no, lunch? Not again. Goodness gracious me.
Is anybody home? What I said, was anybody home?
No.
Isn't there anybody here at all?
No, nobody.
Rabbit, isn't that you? Isn't that your voice I hear?
condensed milk on your bread.
Oh, never mind bread, please. Just the small helpings, if you please.
There you are. Is there something wrong?
Well, I didn't mean a little larger small helping.
Would it save time if you took the whole jar?
Thank you, Rabbit.
So Pooh ate and he ate and he ate until at last he said, in a rather sticky voice,
I must be going now. Goodbye, Rabbit.
well, goodbye. Sure you won't have any more?
Is there any more?
No, there isn't.
Oh, huff and bother. I'm stuck.
Oh dear, oh dear. It all comes from eating too much.
It all comes from rabbits not having front doors big enough.
Oh dear, it's no use. I'll have to go get Christopher Robin. Christopher Robin! Pooh, Pooh. Well, if it isn't Pooh Bear.
Oh, good morning. Hello, Owl.
Splendid day to be about one's business, isn't it quite? Oh, are you stuck?
Oh no, just resting and thinking and humming to myself.
You so are stuck, a wedged bear in a great tightness, in a word, irremovable.
Here we come. Well, I'll get you out. Well, maybe. Here, give me a paw. It's no use. I'm stuck. I guess we'll have to wait until you get fit again. Oh, bother. How long will that take? Days, weeks, months, who knows?
So Pooh waited to get thin again, day after day, night after lonely night.
I wonder what's for breakfast.
And then, one morning, when Rabbit was beginning to think he would never use his front door again, he budged! He budged! Hooray!
Hooray for you, hooray for me, hooray, hooray, for Pooh will soon be free. Da-da-dum, da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Now the time has come for Pooh Bear, the time has come for Pooh. And if he budged and if he budged is what we're going to do. Now the Pooh and then we glad, and if the time bud, we'll have the time to war, to open Rabbit's door. Beneath, keep pulling, and out the Pooh were growing. We'll find over matter that what we're going to do. Heave, ho, heave, ho, heave, 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 heave.
There he goes!
Suffering sassafras is sailing right out of the book. Quick, turn the page.
Stuck again. Don't worry, Boo. We'll get you out. No hurry. Take your time. Yum, yum. Bear them honey and I'm a Pooh Bear, so yum, yum. Bears honey and I'm Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, willy-nilly, silly old bear. I had to think, because that's what he did.
lot to chew. Save that for later. They don't have to chew it all at once. No, like break off.
Coloring books!
Coloring books. Let's have a look.
Oh, I had this. You gave me the same one as I had before. What one?
Let's see.
This one.
That's
Paper
not a coloring
doll?
book. No, there's no coloring books in there, Lindsay. Look at
Oh,
this.
it's paper doll cutout. These are paper dolls.
Let's see it, Lindsay.
Lindsay has that one already. She has all those.
Well, somebody else must have gave
I think you got it for your birthday party. Somebody gave her a paper doll cutout.
Yeah, this is the same one she Ainsley did.
That's okay, you can use another one.
Now you've got two.
You've probably already done the other one.
I have.
And what's this one? This one's another cutout.
You gave me stickers.
And a sticker book?
Yeah, there's still on this side.
Well, what do you say?
Thank you.
Oh, what about a kiss and a hug?
That's a nice
I wanna-
baby.
I wanna
Kiss and a hug.
I want to go home with you.
Oh, do you?
I want to go home with you.
It's excited over her, Lou.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay. This one's to Cindy and Rick from Rick.
You? Can I hold?
Sure. Well,
More dishes.
looks like just what I wanted. Thank you very much.
Can we keep all the wrapping paper?
Oh, yeah.
See that? That's the duck glasses. To go with them.
Around the other side.
You can see right here.
You can color it.
Oh, color. There.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
What color is it?
12%.
12-piece set.
Doesn't say that. How did it get pricks on it? From the tree, I guess. From the jack.
There's here.
I'll bring the other two over first. A coloring book and crayons. Oh no! Gotta get gumdrops. I get my own set of crayons. Gotta get the
And
gumdrops.
that's a Popeye book. Showed up today.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Friends.
And it's probably my favorite page in this one.
Oh, and it's
What are you guys having? As a present.
the
Which
kids
way do
help
you
me
open
make
it?
all those, Mom.
Yeah, Rick was telling me that
Be careful with that.
There. Is that open?
Oh, the one box lid fits on the other one. You have to sort of wiggle it out because it's tight. Easy, easy, easy. Dad, easy, easy. Careful, it's breakable.
Careful.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is the box that's in the shot. Careful, careful, careful.
What's this?
D for Dad.
Oh.
isn't that nice? What goes in it?
D for Darlene.
D for Darlene.
And
And M for Mom.
Oh, there's another one.
Look at this. Merry Christmas, Grandma Giblin, or Grandma, from
Love,
Kristi and Lindsay.
Kristi and Lindsay, yeah, now I can see it. 1988.
For me.
Yeah.
And Merry
Oh,
Christmas,
isn't
Grandma.
that nice?
Now you put it up.
Lindsay, I think they're in the way, I'm not sure.
Lindsay.
Okay.
Here.
Careful, Lindsay. Let Uncle Rick do it, please, okay? Be careful with that.
Lindsay. Stand beside Uncle Rick. Yes.
Boy, he must have been busy. It's an R? R for Rick. Nice
R
and
for-
fancy, too.
What does R stand?
Oh my goodness, it is my bike, isn't it? Hey?
Yeah. I'm excited.
Oh, boy. Thank
What
you
is it?
very, very much, both of you. All of you.
Is there
That's
a-
wonderful,
Where
eh?
Is there a booklet in there?
What is it? A bike.
My exercise bike. Now I can get build up my muscles. And for Dad, too. Yeah, this, you're gonna ride this, aren't you?
I don't know.
You betcha.
There's the booklet. Dad? Get
Yeah,
a better
you
look
do.
at what it looks like.
Dad, now it is your turn.
Father.
It's my turn.
It's lovely.
Let's see.
Got a spot to put it, Rick?
I don't know yet. Trying to think of where I can put
Someplace
How
high.
about on
Yeah.
top of your TV or something?
I don't know whether it'll sit up there. It probably would. TV's about that wide, I guess.
Ow. Oh, our stockings are filled. You left us what I wanted.
Holy smokes.
I think this is the one from under the deck.
How can it be the one from under the deck?
I know, 'cause it's dirty. He went and got it for us.
Well, we'll have to read the note. Maybe you said something about it.
Dad, I got the news.
The news?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mommy. He went under the deck and got our ball back.
Well, did you see if he ate your cookie and your stuff?
Well, let's
No.
wait till after you get your stockings.
Well, you eat that first.
But I know that teddy bear. He gave me a little one too.
Let's see the
He
teddy,
gave me
Lindsay.
$2, what I wanted.
$2.
I
Oh, you
wanted
think,
$2. He left me $2.
you think he's the tooth fairy.
No.
$2. What else you got there, Kristi?
What does this say? I
Merry
got a
Christmas,
present.
Kristi, 1988. It's beautiful.
Hey.
It's like a Christmas ornament.
Hey, I got presents.
Well, open them
You
up.
could probably put that on the tree.
No. Right.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I
Kristi.
got presents. Lindsay, did you notice? You should have this on the back.
know it is too. It's got to be the same one.
Yep.
Okay, open the rest of your
I don't
stuff.
really think it is, because this, this isn't how
Yeah, you can open those, Lindsay.
this
Go over by your
isn't how
stocking.
big it was, but I think it's the same one.
Well, look and see what
I get to read the news.
Yeah.
We get to open this. No, this is a coloring book. Santa. Oopsies.
Yeah, you can rip it open. Here, let me see.
What you got there, Linz?
Doggy wrapping paper.
Oh.
See, doggy, 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 cat, cat.
What's
cat.
inside?
I don't know. Santa's workshop. It's Santa's workshop.
Santa's workshop coloring book. Lindsay, did you get the tape off?
Yeah. Pictures! My new pictures!
Of what? What are the pictures of?
Remember that?
Yeah, for the viewfinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are the pictures, Lindsay?
See?
I can't see
Wait,
them.
bring it to me and I'll read it
It's
to you.
too dark.
No,
Let's
bring it to
see.
mommy.
Look, it's a Santa workshop coloring book.
Good.
And on the
Oh,
front,
Lindsay, look.
it
Can you
says
see how
Santa's
the light-
workshop.
What's that?
Smurfies?
The whole set of
You
Smurfs.
said you wanted the whole Smurfs. This is
Santa
one
is
video,
great.
pictures of
He
the whole
brings us what we
Smurfs.
want.
I
Doesn't
wanted
he?
the whole
He-
set of Smurfs, not pictures.
He brings us what we want, doesn't he, Dad?
You didn't
Looks like
say. You said you just wanted the whole Smurfs.
No. And that's what she got on those tapes.
Yeah, you got to tell Santa specifically what you want, or he just gets you what he thinks you want. You said the whole Smurfs, so he gave pictures of all the Smurfs.
I wanted the whole
Leotards.
Yeah.
The
Got
real
brand
Smurfs
new
that
leotards.
They're not the whole Smurfs pictures. They're like these, but there's toys.
Oh.
Well, open up
This'll
some more
be
things, Lindsay.
Really, really good.
That's what I really needed. I don't have any
leotards.
because these on the sides are ripped.
Oh, we'll have to find your Viewmaster and try these out, but gently, right?
Okay, open up some more stuff. What else did you get there, Kristi?
I got leotards from Santa, so now I have some more leotards.
Good.
Brand new.
Open something else, Lindsay.
We were gonna give you leotards.
Okay, Lindsay, what else you got?
Is that what you got me like I gave Lindsay? Got a present. Another present. Another present, Dad. This is what I just needed.
What is it? What's that?
Pencil sharpener.
And a
With
pencil
the
case.
Looks like a school kit to me.
It is. And Lindsay, let me show you. This is a sharpener. This is a eraser. This is a ruler. This is a pencil. And this is a pencil case. That's a pencil case. Neat. Chocolates. Yum, yum. Can I see? Chocolates.
A
Good.
whole box of chocolates for yourself?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Can I open mine?
Yep.
That's nice. You got some too. I have my own chocolates.
Good.
More chocolates too.
You said it was like something that
I'll save you some, Lindsay.
you can have stuff.
Thank you.
Oh, I got
You
my
can have some
own
thing.
Pink is school kit for you too.
Yeah, because I lost my pencil kit.
Let's see, Kristi.
Where's the eraser to the pencil?
Let's see.
The top.
Oh!
This
This
right
must
there.
be in a pencil.
Oh, that's nice. Anything else left in your stockings, girls?
Anything else left?
Chocolate bar.
Okay, let's.
Lindsay from Kristi. Yeah, that's the same for Florida.
Dashing through the snow, the reindeer and Santa Claus.
Socks. 2 pairs of socks.
Isn't that nice?
Maybe you can put some on your feet now. This is what I'm gonna need for next year's rounds of golf. Spikeless.
Look at that, Mom.
Size 5?
Size 5. I take size 12. And you take size 5? Water paint book.
Do you know how to water paint?
Yeah, I just take the paint. I got a water paint book and then paint it. No, I got 2 water books.
Kristi, that's a little. Where's
Lindsay,
that
what
little
have you
girl
got?
from? Peru.
Christy, look.
Peru.
Another one. Christy, look.
And where's that? Sweden. Sweden. Those are children from all different countries, Kristi.
That was nice. No, where? Right side. Open this present.
Oh, that's an awful little one.
Yeah.
Wonder what
Jackie,
it is.
what is that?
Good part. Oh, Alix has got one too. Alix has got a little one too. Oh, well, she's got hers off. She's got her big rock.
What's that? Kristi,
Taylor,
What's
look at
that?
the TV.
Jackie's maybe needs.
do you know
What
what?
are they supposed to be?
Oh, they're great to eat.
Why am I doing this?
Fabulous.
What did you get? A ball?
And
I
there's a
don't
prize
have a
inside.
yo-yo.
There's a prize inside every package.
I got a yo-yo, Mom. I got a yo-yo, Mom.
I got some yo-yo, Mom.
Mom, can you tie this up for me?
Can I tie this on for you?
Is it the same as the one down there?
I think it is. Well, pretty much, yeah.
Whoa.
I had 3 goodies.
Whoa.
I took one of those caramel things too.
Rick, what was the kind of coffee that you had? Was this from your party that
Kristi, I'll bet you ate all the spinach.
Cindy would know, I wouldn't.
Did you eat all the spinach and broccoli?
Who ate all the Brussels sprouts?
Delicious.
didn't notice the sort of blend.
Little baby cabbages.
Alex,
Alex.
I haven't tasted them.
Alex, listen to Grandpa.
Taste like.
Listen to Grandpa. Grandpa doesn't have a little girl to sit with.
They're my shirts.
Are you okay like that?
Yeah.
Grandma and Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Alexandra. Teddy bear, Alex.
Alex, can I see your dress? I haven't even seen it. You ran away with it.
Grandma, Alex, Mommy hasn't seen this new dress yet.
More paper.
There, I'll get you. Box.
It's lovely.
You want to hang it up?
Thank you.
She wants to hang it up in
I'm
your
gonna hang it up in my room. Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
We're not at Grandpa's house.
Okay, Lindsay, you're next. Here, what do you got?
What did Bitsy get? Let's look at it.
Show your mom.
Are you? Okay. Taylor would like that. Thank you, Taylor.
Alex, let me see your tummy.
Show Uncle Rick your belly button.
Oh my goodness.
I hadn't seen her in anything like that. I thought that was nice.
Kiss for the Teddy? Kiss for Teddy? Lindsay, look at
What's on the sweater.
Great.
Oh, yes.
Lindsay.
Alex,
Lindsay, Trista, Kingston.
Alex didn't have no shirt on in the TV.
I want to see if it's going to
Alex didn't have no shirt in that TV.
You need an engineering.
Does Uncle Rick have a kiss for the Teddy?
Figure out how to, you know what?
Does the Teddy want to?
Teddy.
Island Fun Barbie. She's from
Yuck. Why do you kiss my arm? No, you. No, Sky. Ew.
Alexander. Throws me out or what?
Aha!
Oh.
Oh-ho!
Gee.
Aha!
The funny farm.
Thank you kindly.
Oh, your cutlery, that's nice.
Just what I wanted. Very much. And another. Dad could have stretched it out, you know, and wrapped one box for Rick underneath.
Sound like the year Rick got a lot of shirts, each one wrapped individually.
No.
We were here till 2 in the morning.
Boy, no one was ever going to let him forget that.
Thanks.
Sorry, Nick. Oh, you can't put it back?
Small. Probably about an 18-year-old genie.
A who?
An 18-year-old genie's gonna come out of the jar.
You wouldn't know what to do with an 18-year-old genie.
No, but remember.
Traditional handmade candy, if the box holds true.
Oh, yeah.
Have to do that this weekend.
It is?
Yep.
So
Is
you
it
can
a
make
licorice
the candy?
candy or not? Is it?
Lump of coal.
No.
The lump of
I
coal.
don't think so. They don't seal the packages like that. But is it licorice flavor? Is it? Thank you.
I've seen
Oh, you
lumps
can-
of
you can
coal
actually
for
smell
sale
it a little bit,
in the
huh?
store. Wooden stuff.
George, do you see George on TV?
Now give George a kiss.
Try and
When
keep your
Alix
head
is
tilted
waving
up.
to herself on the TV, not realizing, wondering why, when she's waving to herself, why isn't she looking at herself? Because the camera's looking at the side of her head, that's why.
George, that might be the rest of the letters. It could be.
Oh, that's right, yeah. That's very suspicious when you have those
Careful.
little bits in.
Oh. Cindy Kingston.
Nobody's been working on it.
Holy jeez.
It's the chessman.
Oh my God, look at this.
They're beautiful.
Beautiful.
What is it, ceramic chess set? Is that what it is?
Yes.
That you made, Cindy?
Oh my
There's
God,
ceramic
that
wood in there
is
too.
beautiful.
Oh, aren't those
It's
gorgeous?
Chinese looking with a Buddha and a dragon.
Aren't there two different sets?
Oh,
It's one set, but there's one
You get the white ones next year.
color on one side and another color on the other side. Probably down at the
isn't
bottom.
that beautiful?
This is what you do with your time all year.
My God, since
The other color.
oh, isn't that pretty?
Oh, those are nice.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Is that the
Castle.
other team? Is that the
Yes.
other team?
Yeah.
Okay, what piece does that one represent then, you know?
This
That would be
one?
a
This is,
bishop.
no, this is castle.
Castle.
Well, castle, yeah, okay.
Castle?
Rook.
A rook?
Chris, be careful, please. And this is what Kristi carried across the floor.
Oh, you must have had it.
She had puppy dogs.
She did a little tippy toe forward a couple times too, didn't she?
I don't want to look at that, Chris.
Cindy was going, oh!
Chris, I think. needs
Where's
a
Rick?
knife. No? All right. All right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that hard.
No, it's masking tape. Masking tape's not hard.
Now, where's the pig sticker that you bought, Rick?
The Bowie knife.
Is this gonna take long? Should I put it in pause? Or?
Give me
Gotta
a
get a new
break.
tape.
At least I opened the paper quickly, which is not what I used to do.
This is true.
My brothers gave me such a hard time for so many years, I ended up feeling guilty.
This must be the
That's
chessboard.
why you should have.
Oh, this must be the chessboard, eh? No, I don't think so. I think you gotta put some on the floor, Chris.
Well, I don't want to make a mess.
Oh, heaven forbid.
The vacuum.
Oh, don't make a mess,
I
Chris.
think the vacuum's still there, Chris.
Yeah, Rick will get it out later.
Rick's used to vacuuming now.
It hire him out.
Yeah, 2 days now we got here.
Oh, it's like on the mantelpiece. It's beautiful.
Certainly is.
Thank you.
There's a very interesting story to go behind that.
Uh-oh.
I bet you there is.
Yes? What?
If you look at the claws, it's a female. You will see.
Pardon? Pardon? I beg your
Bob,
pardon.
how much did you have to drink?
Sorry, Cindy. If you look at the claws,
Yeah.
you will see a drip of what
Oh, yeah.
looks like blood from its last prey.
Yep, I see it there. It's like, it's got a story behind
Is that what you spilled on
Came
it?
to life and
Actually,
attacked
Cindy
the
cut her
cat.
finger when she was making it.
No, that's the way the glaze went.
Is it?
When it fired? It
Well,
dripped
that's
down that
beautiful.
it looked like it was blood.
Isn't that
And I thought
beautiful?
that would look really neat.
Cindy it came to life one night and attacked an
Just
animal in
love
the
it.
backyard.
No, this is one, yeah, Susan had them both in her wallet. It's one, I think we got them last year at Christmas probably.
Mr. Stevens, Susan will look for Mom and Dad for Christmas.
Speak up, Susan. Jeez.
Oh, good.
I'll translate.
I asked him upstairs what his favorite
The two of us from the two of them.
clearly bottomless.
That was
Always
obvious.
wanted bottomless.
Oh, yeah.
Mom and Dad. Well, that's what you told me you wanted, so that's what we got.
He told me that no less than 20,000 times this fall.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a
It's
Viva.
the strangest looking critter I've ever seen.
Petite box, isn't it? Viva Petite box?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Ballard. Oh, is it?
Have to model all under her.
This is to the two of us, so it could be interesting.
Ooh. I
Oh,
recognize
somebody's
that.
been working.
Gorgeous.
Holy cow.
Oh,
That's a
butter.
nice shawl. That'll
I
keep
had
it
a
warm.
favor
Tablecloth.
to ask.
Rick already asked. I said yes. I was going
I'll
to
get the
say
two of you
yes.
to hold up between you, but I'll, you sit down.
No, you can stay
Oh,
sitting.
okay. Just give me a second to focus.
That's really pretty. That would really go nice in my kitchen right now.
Is
She
it?
needs her, the white one.
I can't imagine the hours
She needs it.
of work.
What are you eating,
Where
buddy?
do you-
Nice and loudly.
Peanuts. Wishing you every happiness for this wonderful holiday season. All our love, Rick and Cindy. And it says, you are hereby requested to attend my theater on February 10, 1990 at 8 p.m. If this demand is not met, a disaster beyond your imagination will occur. Your obedient servant, OG.
Who's
An
OG?
inside joke. OG stands for Opera Ghost.
Okay.
Opera Ghost.
So you and Mom are going with Cindy and I, and Chris and George to see Family Opera, February 10th, 1990.
Oh.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Share the tickets, come.
The 6 best seats in the house.
Really?
Rick phoned and asked the guy where the seats were, and he said, who did you have?
And so who are these people? We got some rehearsed skit here? Or?
No, we don't.
Oh,
This is the angel of music I'm talking to on my right.
oh. Here we are at Phantom Night.
Who are
1 year, 1
both of
week
you?
away.
And we're getting warmed up for the
It's
show
not
for
very
February
good
10th,
to dry your
1990.
hair.
So let's see the whole outfit.
What'd you keep up?
Well, if anything, what I should probably do is do what they did.
That's it. That's good.
Excellent.
The eyes. Look at the eyes.
You got about the same voice as him too, or what?
Right.
If only.
Really?
No, I always tell George not to sing unless it's absolutely necessary.
Look what I got.
That's pretty good.
I got a hat for Florida.
Who are we, Lindsay?